I'm so glad to be here. It is Sunday afternoon Bible story time with Need on and Chelsea and this is Kira and the voice of Need. That's right, Chelsea. We're so glad to be here. And I see me get your hair. You should have already got that fixed up to me. I look kind of tacky. Oh, I don't think you look so tacky. I want the girls to love you. The girls will love you. But Chesley, let's get into our Bible story today. And it is so late. You know what? I thought you forgot. Chesley, I didn't forget. Or I thought you were going on a vacation. No, I didn't go on a vacation. But what it was, I was working to get just the right story here. And so I think we've got one that's just right. Yeah, I know it's Jehosheba, the great foster mother. Jehosheba, great foster mother. You know, Chelsea, there are some mothers, in this case, this lady, maybe she didn't have any children, but she was rescued, this little boy, rescued this baby because he was about to be killed. Oh, so she was a great lady. Yes, she didn't have to take this little boy, but she wanted to, and her husband did too. Oh, I think it's going to be a good story. I want to hear it. You want to hear it? Well, we're going to be telling it, Chesley. And so Jehosheba, great foster mother, is the title of our story, and it's from 2 Chronicles chapters 22 and 23. And so it's going to be a real long one. Well, no, we're not going to make it real long because we know kids don't like to listen a long time because you got to go and play. That's right, you got to go play. So we learn a little bit and we play, and then we come back and learn a little bit the way we do it. But here we just it's got one shot here. So here we go. We're going to shoot. No, we're not just the way of saying something. We just got one opportunity here. And this gospel train is chugging the chick, it's chugging the chick. This gospel train is chugging the chick, chugging to the glory land. And get on board this gospel train. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And who can, Chesley? The ones who want to serve Jesus. That's right. The people want to love the Lord and serve Him. He's got a plan. So, Chesley, it's Mother's Day, and it's they honor the mothers, and that is right and good. And so, are you another? Yes, Chelsea, I'm a mother of a wooden boy. But so we're so happy to tell this story though about this little boy and how God protected him, and He had a great plan for him. But there was somebody out to kill him. Who could that be? His grandmother. Oh, what? His grandmother? They don't do that. Chesley, I know it's a wicked thing to think, but there's some people that are just wicked. But in this, let's just see how God took care of this young boy. So Ahaz was 22 years old, and he was he was the king then. He was only 22 years old, but he had died, and here he was now. He had died, and now his father had died, and so he became the king. Ahaziah did, and he only got to reign 1 year, and he died. And his mother was wicked. What was her name? Her name was Athaliah, and she was the one that counseled him. That's why he was wicked. She was wicked, and she wanted to be the queen now. No, and she shouldn't be. It's not supposed to be one of his sons. It's supposed to be one of his sons. But you know what she did? She made sure that they were killed. Except, you know what? There was in the church house, or what we call the church. They called it a temple. In the temple, there was the baby that was named Joash. She's going to come after him. You know what? He was safe because he was in the temple, and she didn't go to church. She didn't go to temple. No, because she was wicked. She stayed out of there. But that little boy was protected. What happened is that Jehosheba, she found out that the Queen Athaliah, that now she had become the queen, and she didn't want any of the family left alive, and so she went after this little one. What happened? Joshua, they brought him to put him in the temple, because she didn't have to go there, and he was going to be safe, and they were taking care of him. And so this wasn't her own son. She took him, became what we call a foster son. Oh, how she loved him. What about her husband? Oh, her husband did too. And he was the priest. No, he's going to be a good guy. Yes, he was a good guy, Chelsea. He was. And so he was going to teach and train this little bitty guy, just a small one. God had a plan for his life, and he's going to be the king. Yes, he was to be the king. Oh, I tell you, you think about this family, how Athaliah, and she had a wicked mother, and so she was wicked. It sounds like it was a bad deal. It would have been a very bad deal for him, but evil was reigning, but God had a plan. And you know, God had wanted it to be one of the family of King David, that there would be them that would be on the throne. He had promised David that one of your children would be on the throne. So this is one of the great kings. Well, it's in the line of this. So this was the man. But you know, Jehosheba, what she did, she took Joash, the son of Ahaziah, she stole him from among all the king's sons who were being put to death, placed him and his nurse in the bedroom. So Jehosheba, the daughter of King Jehoram, the wife of Jehoiada the priest, for he was sister of Jehoiada, she was the sister of Ahaziah the king. They hid him from Athaliah so she wouldn't put him to death. You know how long he was hidden there in the house of God? No, I can't read. You can't read. Okay. 6 years. Oh, they had plenty of time to train him. How old was he, Chesley? I really don't know right now when they got him, but anyway, he was a baby. So now here he was very small. We know this. And so the king's son Joash shall rule. This is what, now in the 7th year of Jehoiada, he strengthened himself. He was the priest, and he had been training him. Oh, and he said, we got to do something. We can't have Athaliah. Athaliah was so wicked, and her reign was so wicked, and they knew there would come a time, possibility that she would find out about this baby Joash was alive. Oh, the God had a plan, and I tell you what, that Nana was being a good one. And yes, that foster mother, she was being so good, and they was teaching him and training him. God had a plan for his life. And you know what I'm thinking? Or what are you thinking? No, I'm thinking that they risked their life. Chesley, you're right. They risked their life. They really were risking their lives to do this. And because Sunday night be a tattletale. That's right. It was it was a very serious thing when finally the priest, Jehosheba, or pardon me, the priest, he said, you know what? I'm going to have to get somebody together. There's time that we have to do something. We have to. The Lord is going to help us, and we've got to let some of the leaders here know that some of them might be crooks. That's right, some of them might be crooks. And so Jehoiada, the priest, he had to be very careful. He said so he was careful to choose the various ones, and he finally got them all together, and he told them the secret. And he said, it is a secret, and don't cheat and don't tell it. This is a very secret thing. And said, but see, they thought, I know what they thought there wasn't any of them left. That's right, they thought none of Ahaziah's sons was left, because they know how wicked Athaliah was. And you know, Chesley, her mother was Jezebel. Oh, she didn't have good training. No, she didn't have good training. You're right, she didn't. But now this little boy is 7 years old, and now here they come, and he said, and so he told him, he said, there is one alive. You know, and they was trusted guys. They were trusted men. They were true. He made sure, no doubt, I think he prayed. He prayed. I think you're right, Chelsea. He prayed and sought God, and he said, he told them when he got them together, he said, I'm going to tell you, there is the king's son that is alive. And they were so happy, they were shocked. How's he going to be king? Because of that wicked one, Athaliah, his own grandmother, to think that she was out to kill him. But he said, behold the king's son. Jehoiada said to them, behold, the king's son shall reign, as the Bible has spoken concerning the sons of David. Let's read it now. He said, the Bible said, this is the thing which you shall do. 1/3 of you, of the priests and Levites who come into the Sabbath shall be gatekeepers. Oh, so they crowned him. They brought the little king out on that specific day, and they crowned him the king. They brought him out there. They're going to see the little. He was so cute. Yeah, he was so cute. But Chesley, he was going to grow up, had a big job, and he can't be king. He's just a kid. He can't be a kid king. I know, Chesley, he couldn't do. But you know what it is Jehoiada, who is the priest, is going to actually be helping him. But it's going to be Joash that he's the one that he is actually officially the king. But yes, and you know what I'm thinking? What are you thinking? I'm thinking that, isn't Jehoiada is like a foster dad. Oh, you're right. He's like a foster dad. Well, today is Mother's Day, so we are especially talking about this. There are many good foster mothers out there. Maybe you don't hear a lot about them. Some kids wouldn't have another thing. That's right. They would, their own mother maybe not able to keep for whatever reason. They're not with their mother that they were born to, but there are great foster parents out there. And we're talking about foster mothers today. And so Joash was crowned that day. They brought the king's son out and put the crown on him, and they gave him. They just honored him, and Jehoiada and his sons anointed him. And long live King Joash! Long live! yes, they was rejoicing. And you know what? Athaliah heard it. No, they're going to hurry and get in the way, get the little king safe. Yes, they had to get the little king safe. They made sure he was surrounded by, they had those at all the guards and all. And he said, don't dare let anyone get near the new king. Well, boy, I tell you what, Athaliah said, what is going on here? That's what she was saying. What is going on here? And when she saw the little king there, that they put the crown on his head, she began to scream out and say, treason! That's exactly what she said. Treason, treason! And they said, get her, get rid of her, get out of here. And away they went with her, and she lost her life that day. No, she was not a good mother or grandmother. She was wicked. She was wicked. Just was terrible. Why would people choose that? They don't serve the Lord. They don't love the Lord, and so they don't have the love of the Lord in their hearts. And so, but I'm so thankful for Jehosheba. You know, I'm thinking, did she really risk her life? She did risk her life at any time. There could have been somebody who could have said, I know there's a king living. I know one of the sons is living, and I know, and they'll try to make him. They could have been got in here and really caused some trouble. And did God protect? God protected. And Chesley, I'm so glad God had a plan, and that Jehosheba was willing to do it. She was willing to do it because, you know, Chesley, it was very dangerous. It was very dangerous because, you know, could just one little slip up there, and you could have been injured. She could have been dead. The little king didn't dead. Her husband didn't dead. Her husband, yes, Jehoiada could have been killed, but he wasn't, because God had a plan. And that's what I want us to know today, is that God has a plan. God has a plan for each life. And even if you don't have a good another or lost another, just say God's still got a plan. Whatever you have in life, whatever your life is, if it's good or bad, God has a plan. And you know, just like Jehoiada, the priest, trained this man. You know, we have God's word to help us, and there's always somebody somewhere, and he's going to be teaching and training. And that's what is so good, that all Christians, all mothers, or whether they're mothers or not mothers, but all Christian ladies, we should be reaching out to other kids, because we don't ever know. Sometimes they don't know the story of Jesus. Sometimes they don't know the story of Jesus. So let's just be like Jesus every day. Love him and serve him. Let them see this is what Jesus is like. But I'm glad for these people who set a good example, you know, and Jehoiada the priest, to train him the things of God and kingship. And there I just think of Jehosheba, the chance that she took. But they were blessed, and they were so glad to do it. Yes, they were, Chesley, when they saw that day what happened when the king, how he was made the king that day, and how the land rejoiced, and he grew up to be, he was a good king. So Chesley, let's just live for Jesus, delight ourselves in the Lord, reading his word and trusting him and praying and seeking his things and praying for others. That's so good. Our Heavenly Father delights to bless nations, and because of Joash, and his kingship, he could bless the nation. Godly leaders are a blessing. So we need to remember to pray for them, Chester, because they don't know it all. They don't know it all, and you know, they need help. You know, we're humans, and God is God. He's great. He knows everything. But he needs us to read and do what the Bible says. Pray every day, and you'll grow. If you don't understand what you read, well, you get some help from an adult to help you to read. Right now, it's time for you to go to bed. And I don't think it's fair. Well, what do you mean it's not fair? Because I'm not sleepy. Well, you may not be sleepy, but it's time for you to go to bed. So you tell everybody goodbye. I got to tell you goodbye, and I think it stinks. Oh, Chesley, because that trunk stinks. No, Chesley, the trunk does not stink. It's been raining and it stinks in it. Chesley, it's not. We've been raining outside, but not in your trunk. Yeah, you just don't know. Chesley, I know it. Just get in there and sleep in it. No, I don't want to sleep in it. You'll find out. No, Chesley, you're stalling. This is a stall job. Tell everybody goodbye, and you look forward to seeing them next Sunday afternoon. And it's going to be earlier than this, right? Yes, I promise it will be earlier next week. All possible. All right, we love you. We look forward to seeing you next Sunday afternoon, and we love you bunches. Goodbye.